This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Buzz, and I'm very excited to be speaking with Catherine Cohen about Only Murders in the Building. How are you, Catherine?
Hi, Abe. Thank you for having me. I'm so amazing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's fun to see you as part of the show. Can you tell me about your experience with the series before joining the cast?
Oh my God, yeah, it's a dream come true. I mean, I saw the show when it came out, loved it like everyone else. Obviously, the cast is stacked with so many of my comedy icons, so many people I've admired my whole life. And so, yeah, getting to be a part of it is like totally surreal. It was very pinch me to be on set with all those people whose movies I would rent at Blockbuster like every weekend growing up.
We are also your storyline is very much like a film within the show. What are the logistics like in terms of like, do you know if you're actually recording what's going to be shown to audiences, or someone else
Oh,
is following you with
yeah.
the camera?
Yeah, so episode 6 is so crazy because it's all filmed by the actors and by a series of hidden cameras that are like it's all part of the plot point of the episode. And so it was totally crazy to be like, okay, I'm acting in this, and then I also have to figure out how to film it so I don't mess everything up. But we had the most amazing director, Jessica, who helped. Um, like we had a rehearsal and she had every angle planned out. Every little moment was so like specific that I felt very comfortable with my Super 8 camera figuring it out.
Like it's taught you a lot about filmmaking, or not as much practically?
No, I don't think I'd be able to do it without the help of an amazing director and other co-stars.
Well, speaking of your co-stars, you're obviously just one of the brothers sisters, which is
Yes.
quite a tongue twister in itself. Can you talk
Yeah.
about working with Sienna?
Oh my God, she's so amazing. She's a total star. We actually met just at the audition. It was only my, I think, second in-person audition since COVID, and I was so excited to go in. And it was so fun because we got to, pair up with a bunch of people. And Sienna was the first person I read with, and just really instantly there was like good chemistry, good vibe. We were the same height. I was like, we're identical twins. We're gonna make this work. And so I was so happy that we got to do it together. Yeah, she's just a delight, and we had a lot of fun.
Would you say that the brothers sisters filmmaking style and preferences reflect your own passions?
I don't know. I lean more towards comedy, and I think they um, lean more towards the macabre, if you will. Though I appreciate a good horror film, so I can connect with them on that level.
Well, obviously, we haven't finished the season yet, so we shouldn't talk about any plot points which you may or may not know about. But how much do you feel like you know? Are you just sort of read into your scenes, or do you know what's really happening with everybody else?
I don't know everything. I don't know everything, which is really fun. I know some things that I will not say, but yeah, it was kind of like we'd get the episodes as we went along, and I was just along for the ride. And that's all I can say right now. But I think it's going to be a very exciting second half of the season.
I'm sure. Well, we know there's a certain vibe that Steve and Martin and Selena have, which sort of defines the show. Is that what it's like to be a part of it, or there's just so much going on that you don't even really interact with them all that much?
No, I mean we would all be like backstage or in holding together, and everyone's just like super friendly, super warm. They made such an effort to make Sienna and I feel like part of the group, even though obviously I was trembling like a leaf, so nervous to meet people I've looked up to for so long. But yeah, I mean it all comes back to John Hoffman, the showrunner. He just is so kind and funny and generous and sweet. And I feel like that energy is just mirrored by everyone else. And so it's a really warm, inviting set. And it was really cool to be a part of it. Yeah.
We're discussing getting to work with all the stars of your blockbuster rentals. Was there anybody you got to really either share a scene with or conversation with that surprised you or fulfilled a lifelong dream?
Yeah, I used to rent Superstar like every weekend. And so to get to hang out on set with Molly Shannon and like become pals, I was trying to tell her, I was like, you have no idea like how much this means to me. I remember she was like, I was talking about how I do stand up and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, who are like some of your influences?" And I was like, "You, girl, literally you." So that was cool.
That's great. Do you have other comedy influences? You mentioned before that that's sort of more your style than Trina's filmmaking.
Yeah, well, I think when it comes to my comedy stuff, it's very much influenced by like musical theater as well, because I do cabaret songs. So, Bette Midler, Cher, pop icons, like that's this TV is ruining my life. Um, and then yeah, like, SNL people I looked up to like Molly Shannon and Kristen Wiig, like it's kind of an amalgamation of musical theater, pop stars and comedians.
I like that. I don't know what the future holds for Only Murders in the Building. I feel like things are always changing. Do you think that there's more you'd like to do with Trina, or are you satisfied with the arc that you've had?
Oh, obviously would always love to do more. I'm more than happy to come back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think there's a lot of story left to tell.
Yeah. Well, I was excited to see you and recognize you in this role because I had been to the Tribeca Film Festival, or sorry, the Tribeca
Oh,
Festival, it's called now,
wow.
and saw a film called The French Italian, which is another opportunity where you play a character who is trying her hand at something new, which I think she's a little bit less skilled at, perhaps, than Trina with the camera.
Oh my God, that's so fun that you saw that. Yeah, I think she is much less competent, even though her confidence grows over the course of the film. She is not a true artist at heart, I think. I think she is a lost person who doesn't know what to do with her life and convinces herself she's an artist, but she's really just sort of distracting herself from her actual problems. Trina and Tani, on the other hand, real artists.
Well, I did enjoy The French Italian, and I think it's a very good film suited for Tribeca because that's like a
Right?
niche specific audience. Were you there to see the film, and what was it like with audiences? What were their reactions like?
Yeah. Oh my God. No, I think, yeah, it's such a good New York movie. We shot it in New York in like 2.5 weeks. It was crazy. And the shoot was, extremely low budget, super indie. So it was really cool to have that glamorous premiere in the big uh theater I guess at the Angelica, was it? Or
Village East,
what's it
probably.
called? Village East, yeah, the big East Village one. Yeah. Uh so that was, yeah, totally fun and a great after party that went very late. It was a good night.
Again, it's been a very busy year for your year and a half, however long. Girls Five Eva, you got to appear in an episode, and I feel like that goes
Isn't
pretty
that show
well
the
with.
best?
Hmm?
Isn't that show the best?
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of fun, and I feel like it also complements Only Murders very well because it's a little bit more frantic in its pacing, but still this sort of like larger than life world with so many characters. And I especially liked what you got to do, where you just sort of literally became a part of the group for an episode.
Totally. That was so much fun. I mean, I'm such a huge Tina Fey fan, and like to be on a show that has that kind of 30 Rock, Kimmy Schmidt vibe with just like crazy joke, crazy joke, crazy joke was such a blast. And to be part of the girls group was a dream come true. I mean, talk about pop icons. I was like such a Spice Girls fan, so to have my little Spice Girls moment. And we shot that episode at the Blank Space Mansion where Taylor shot the Blank Space video on Long Island. So it was a very special experience. But yeah, I
For
think I think
people,
more people should. I think everyone should watch Girls Five Eva because it's so funny.
yeah, it's definitely very underrated and does not have quite the celebratory awards buzz that Only Murders seems to, even though I feel like both of those shows would appeal to a lot of the same audiences.
Totally. Yeah, they're both amazing shows.
Yeah. Well, again, I've been excited to see you in these three relatively unrelated projects in a short span of time. What are some other great highlights that you feel like people who have noticed you in these roles should be seeking out from your career?
Oh, what a lovely question. Thank you so much. Well, people can watch my Netflix special, The Twist, She's Gorgeous, and my new special, Come For Me, which will be streaming globally on Veeps on October 17th. And I also have an album of music coming out in November, but I can't say more than that at this point. But
Okay.
yeah, lots of fun stuff. And I feel, yeah, just lucky to be a part of shows that I admire and shows that I like watching. So it's been a really good time.
Is that what you're looking to do in your future? Do you want to do more, music and stand up, or do you think you're going to do more film and television also?
I want to do it all, baby. Yeah. And I want to do some drama stuff too. My goal is to be in a period piece. I want to wear a corset and a bonnet.
You want that to
So
be
let's
fully
manifest
serious,
that.
or there has to be like the great, or Dickinson, some edge to it that's comedic?
I think any great tragedy has like a little tinge of comedy. So something like that. But yeah, we'll manifest that for the new year.
Well, this is awards buzz, so we love talking about things that you've seen that are particularly awards worthy. So, is there a performance or a show or a film that you're not in that has
Oh.
particularly wowed you recently?
Well, I have the dumb I cannot speak to this because I have spent the last 5 months of my life exclusively watching Vanderpump Rules from the beginning, and it's taken up my entire brain space, and I have not really watched anything else, and that's so mortifying. Um, I'm trying to think if I've seen. I am so glued to my reality TV right now. I'm completely embarrassed in front of Awards Buzz.
I mean, there are
But
awards for reality. It's not what I watch, but it's what a lot of other people watch. And obviously, there's something to it that just you can't turn it off.
it's amazing television. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I signed up. I'm also like obviously very late to the party, but these people on the show are deeply complex characters. I cannot turn it off. And if you know, you know. That's all I'll say.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying that. I wish you plenty of luck with your stand-up special and the music album, and looking forward to seeing you on who knows what show or film, hopefully a period piece sometime soon.
Thank you so much. I hope to have a more highbrow answer for you next time because I'm very, very sophisticated and I want everyone to know that.
I I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Catherine.
Oh, thanks for chatting with me. Have a great day.